Something interesting. Ha!
Okay.
All right. Hey everyone. This is technically episode 1 of this of the Eclipse podcast, which is because my character's last name is Eclipse. So, welcome. This we've actually been planning been talking about this for a while now, and now we're finally doing it.
Yay!
Yeah, we're going to be talking ponies today.
Finally, more ponies. Hi everyone. I'm here.
Yes,
Edo
yeah.
is here.
Yes, yeah. Edo is here with me today, and we're gonna be talking about all of the things that have been coming out for My Little Pony: A New Generation, which is gonna be releasing on Netflix on September 24th, which is
I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. Because Netflix, you know.
that's understandable. That's understandable. It would have been awesome to see the movie in theaters, but oh well.
Oh, this time. Oh.
Yeah.
Corona everywhere.
Oh yeah. So of course.
If you hear any keyboard sounds, it's me because I'm doing notes. So sorry about that.
No problem. So what we're gonna start with now is that we're gonna talk about like where it all started. So there was that article that came out last year that said that I even made a video about this where they said that there was gonna be a new My Little Pony movie coming out onto Netflix, and at the time, before I read the article, I didn't have a clue if it was going to be like a reboot, or if it was just going to be like a continuation of Generation 4. But then we found out further that it is indeed a continuation of Generation 4, and there were also some.
Did you watch that trailer? Did you watch it?
Yes. I did a reaction video, which I don't do reaction videos a lot, but I made an exception this once.
Okay, nice. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I have to watch it later, or we can do it now.
Yeah, true. Only thing is that I hope Twitch doesn't attack me with copyright. I mean,
Oh.
but we should be good. We should be good as long as we don't have the trailer covering up the entire screen. Then we should be just fine. Okay. Let me look for it real quick. While I'm searching for that, we also had some first look screenshots. Let me actually put up the put up the first screenshot that I saw, which well it was the first screenshot, but let me see. It was right. Where is it? I'm pretty sure I saved it. There it is. Okay. Okay. So this was the first screenshot. This was the first screenshot that we had. Well, I don't know for sure if it was a leaked screenshot or if it was just they decided to release the screenshot, but we found out that this character's name is Sunny Star Scout, who is one of the main characters in the movie, and she immediately became my favorite personally, just because
She looks like Scootaloo, I think.
yeah, she does. There were a lot of people who thought that she was Scootaloo.
Interesting colors, you know. It's like a bohemian hippie look. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're thinking the same thing, but I think it's like hippie pony.
Right, exactly. And another thing that they mentioned about this character in the short synopsis that we had at the beginning, they said that she's basically, well, I would need to look up the article, but basically the whole plot synopsis for the movie is that all three pony types, Pegasi, unicorns, and Earth ponies, they've all separated. They're all living by themselves. So times have changed from the looks of it, because in Generation 4 everyone was living in the same town. No pony types lived separately. They were all basically united together.
What do you know about the story? What's the story here? Why is this all happening?
Let me check.
Because I know nothing about this. I just saw the trailer and I was looking nice, like Trolls. You know, this is like the Trolls movie.
Yeah, it does. It does have that look to it with the CG animation.
I haven't seen the Trolls, but I like the colors. I don't know if it's good or not.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it myself. I've only seen clips of it, but that's about it. Okay.
I'm not sure if this. Okay. Just tell the story.
Okay. So here in the synopsis, it says, in the new movie, the pony world of Equestria has lost its magic. Friendship and harmony have been replaced by paranoia and mistrust, and ponies now live separated by species. Sunny, aka the character on the screen, a feisty and idealistic young Earth pony, is convinced there's still hope for this divided world, but her slightly misguided and often hilarious efforts to change hearts and minds have led to her being branded a misfit. So as it's now explained here, everybody else doesn't want anything to do with the other pony species, but Sunny is one who believes that all species should live together and not just be separated just because of what pony type they are. Which I think is actually a really neat direction for the story, because I feel like if they did the same thing like at the beginning of Generation 4 where Celestia sends Twilight to Ponyville to make friends, and
is it the same universe? Is this the same? Is there the original main six, or is this before or after?
It's definitely after Generation 4, and it's in the same universe.
Oh, okay, nice.
And let me see what else it says. When Sunny befriends a lost unicorn named Izzy, who wanders innocently into the Earth Pony town of Maritime Bay, the town has had enough. Izzy and Sunny must embark on an epic adventure that will include a daring jewel heist, outrageous conspiracy theories, elaborate musical numbers, and the world's cutest flying Pomeranian. Their adventures will take them to faraway lands and force them to challenge the status quo by facing their fears and making new friends out of old enemies. The world Sunny has dreamed of her entire life could finally become a reality as Sunny and her newfound friends fight to prove that even little ponies can make a big difference.
What did you say? Pomeranian, is it good or bad? Bad guy. What did you say? I missed it.
It said the world's cutest flying Pomeranian. I don't know. I have no clue what they mean by that.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
I think they're talking about. I think they're honestly talking about these I guess bunny looking things that are in the trailer. You know what? Let's actually pull up the trailer right now.
Okay. Let's watch it.
Oh, Twitch, be careful. Do not do not hit me with a copyright strike, please.
Oh, please God. This time only, please.
Okay, let me see if I can actually get the screen sharing to work. I'm gonna hide that image and then.
No worries. Take your time. About the Pomeranian, I don't know why, but instantly when you said it, I was thinking about that rabbit. Have you seen The Secret Life of Pets movie?
The Secret
I was
Life.
thinking about that rabbit character.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I have seen that movie actually.
Yeah. It was not so good. I was waiting that it would be so big and so funny and so good, but I didn't like it.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little bit because I just now saw your message on Discord.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. It should be better now. At least I hope it is.
Okay, I hope it's better. Yay!
All right. Okay, let's see. Let me see how I could do this because I want us to be able to like watch the trailer in real time. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna share my screen on Discord.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna have the window capture.
I was thinking about the delay. How am I going to see this? So okay, let's try this.
All right. Hopefully it works.
Is this on the stream right now? Oh yes. Okay, now I can see everything. Oh.
Yeah, I just need to.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see my screen on Discord, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
good.
I can see.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, and I'm gonna put it full screen. Hopefully you guys are gonna be able to see it. At least I hope so, because the last time I tried to do this, it froze. But we'll see.
Can you see it right now on your stream?
Let me go check.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong button. Okay, I see that I'm...
Okay, yes, I can see it. Now I see it.
Okay, and Discord screen sharing is also working. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of a delay with the stream, so it's good that we're doing the screen sharing thing. All right, let's check out the trailer. For you, it's gonna be the first time. For me, it's gonna be the second. Here we go.
Once upon a time, Earth ponies, Pegasi, and unicorns live in harmony.
More
Why
volume.
can't we be friends anymore?
Maybe one day, we'll figure it out.
Is that therapy?
What the?
Oh,
Looks like therapy.
yeah, a little bit.
New friend!
Unicorn attack!
Actually, I saw parts of this.
Is every pony playing
already.
hide and seek?
The whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. What did you say?
I saw parts of this. I haven't seen the whole trailer, but you know,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
teasers.
Right.
Somewhere. Okay. Yes. Let's go.
See you!
Ah, it's a unicorn! Gotcha!
Your son is safe now, ma'am.
Oh, the background. There's
You're
interesting
welcome.
art.
I gotta
Like
get you out of here!
Yeah, it is.
Show me some magic! I can do this,
Too bad you can't see how detailed this
You
is.
don't have any
'cause,
magic? We did have
the
it.
hair,
It just poof,
those
disappeared.
little things there. So good.
Yeah. It's super. It looks super good.
Izzy, we're going to Zephyr Heights.
The Pegasus City? We need to find out what happened to your magic and bring it back. But the Pegasi are bad news.
Whoa! A unicorn and an earth pony?
Okay, well, this day just got a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, she definitely gives off a Rainbow Dash
I think
vibe.
that's just. Okay.
Yay, makeovers! I love makeovers.
Gorgeous!
Come on, every pony.
Bring forth the ultimate challenge!
I don't play. I win.
Big talk for a little pony.
I think you'll find I'm average height.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think they're
No
playing
photos.
safe
Okay,
here
one photo.
with this trailer. You know what I mean? There's lots of glitter, dancing, spa moments. You know, it's girls. This is for girls, and you know the stereotype.
Right.
Like, I'm not sure what the story is really about. Is there more fantasy worlds, or is there really some dance contests? And I hope there's a fantasy moments, more of them.
Yeah.
Because it looks good, but the trailer isn't so interesting. I think it's kind of like all the other movies right now. You know, like
Yeah.
Trolls or like Smurfs or something like that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that definitely. It definitely does give off vibes off from those movies, and
Is there Sony involved with this? Sony. It looks like Sony movie.
I'm not sure actually. I don't think.
I
It's,
hope not. I hope not, because then it's it sucks if it's Sony. Sorry about that. But I think
If-
all Sony movies, no.
if Sony if Sony were involved with this, then they would have a reason to have the movie not say. Then they would have a reason for the beginning of the movie to not say Sony but Pony.
Sony pony Sony.
Exactly.
Oh. That I was waiting for the cringe material, like the rap moment. There was no rap moments. All these movies, which are like this one, you know, like Trolls, etc. There's always singing and rapping in them. You know, it's like oh
Yeah.
yo yo ho me ho.
Mm-hmm.
Those moments, I hate them.
It's same thing with me. Every time a moment like that pops up, I just always just kind of put my hand on my face and just go
The rapping moments, no, just stop with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Don't do it.
I hope this movie doesn't have any of them, but imagine if it had a rap moment and it would actually be kind of good. Then I would be kind of surprised.
And they're okay. No, if they are doing it, I bet it's like how to make it even more epic. Let's take a dragon. Dragon will be there, and it's rap. Stupid. Then it's like they have ruined dragons.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if you have a dragon that's rapping some song by Lil Pump or something, then
No, just new version of Spike, rap monster.
oh
Like
no.
in the BTS, one of them is rap monster. Did you know that? BTS. band.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't listen to much of BTS, so I don't really know much.
But one of them is Rap Monster, Aram.
Oh that's the name. Wait, that's their name, Rap Monster?
Yes. One of the guys.
Oh,
His name is
okay.
Rap Monster or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, let's take the Rap Monster here and just do something glorious with this.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want more views, then just put BTS there.
Oh,
They are
Jesus.
so popular right now.
Yeah, I do gotta agree on that.
Yeah.
So
Good music. I like them.
the studio that's making the movie, it's not Sony, but it's a studio called Boulder Media.
Thank God. Okay. Never heard, but okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know much about Boulder Media, but on Reddit here it says that Boulder Media is apparently related to Hasbro, and Hasbro purchased the studio back in 2016. So but what I'm also kind of interested from the movie for the movie is that so it's obviously going to be a whole different story, and there were some people saying that, actually asking, are the main six going to be involved in any way with this? I
saw the figures,
Oh yeah,
back
yeah.
there.
Yeah, they had
in her room.
Yeah, this is that I didn't expect to see, especially from the first image, because when they released that first screen cap of Sunny, she actually had a saddlebag that had pins of Rainbow Dash's Cutie Mark and Applejack's and I think Twilight's. And the first time
Yeah. I think there will be so much fan service in this movie, for the bronies. But after seeing this trailer, I'm still thinking that they don't care about bronies so much anymore, because this is like for the little girls. I'm sorry, but this looks like it. I'm hoping it's more than that, but
Yeah, hopefully at least like they'll pull like some unexpected moments where we're bronies will look at it and go like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. And
yeah.
And what else was I gonna say? So
I think some of the people are like, when they saw the first pic and those others, it's like, oh, CGI movie, I hate it, because it's like all the other movies, like we said, and it's not so it's not so interesting,
That's understandable. At the same time, like at the same time, like when maybe they actually will. I don't know if they will show something in the movie that has that like maybe some flashbacks or something with the main six. But what I do know is that there was a leaked animatic that showed an older pony talking to this filly, and told her about these stories, like amazing stories about what the main six did, and I'm gonna assume that, and I assumed that was going to be the opening part of the movie, because when during that trailer you could see figurines of the main six in Sunny's room. In that,
so the main six, the original main six, is like their ancestors or something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or what?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I have no idea actually, but I just think that in that animatic with Sunny's father, telling her daughter about the tales of what the main six did. Maybe because of those stories that her father told, and like how the main six brought friendship and harmony across Equestria. Maybe that's why she thinks differently of all pony types living separately, and that she actually thinks that they should all instead live together instead of being separated.
I think it's kind of disappointing for the main six now, because if you think about it, they they were talking about friendships and we're all the same and all ponies love each other, and then years and years later, this is the result. You know, this is just Twilight. It's just, I think it's weird that this is the story, because what about Twilight and her friends? They were making the whole big things back in the times, and now everything is ruined. Now everything is just shit, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like, how could I say this? It's basically like, I wouldn't say like going back to the beginning again, because I definitely do remember from the first season of A Friendship is Magic that there were like Earth ponies and unicorns like living together in Ponyville and everything. Technically it's not like, okay, we managed to like spread friendship across all of Equestria, and then it's like, okay, now we someone decided to hit the reset button, and now we have to do everything all over again. So
Can you show more pictures of
oh
these
yeah, sure.
ponies? Can you share something? Okay, let's talk about them.
Yeah, okay. So let me actually see. I'm gonna, let's see. I downloaded a couple of pictures. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna take this picture first. It should show up on my screen any moment.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
So
What are their names? Can you tell me? I have no idea.
yeah, sure.
Some of the is it like the unicorn one? Pip? Oh, what was it? Pip? Something like that.
We can start from the left, and then work our way from left to right. I can start with the purple one with the blue mane. Her name is Izzy Moonbow. And
what?
Yeah.
Moonbow? What?
No. No.
Meow. Is it like meow?
Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. I'll type it on Discord.
Okay. Type it. Yes. Moonbow. Bow. Okay. So they don't have last names, like like Twilight, Sparkle, and etc.
Oh yes, they do. Izzy is her first name, and Moonbow is her last name.
Ah, I was okay. I thought it was like easy. It's the whole name.
Right. And
Good.
And from what I remember, because they actually did kind of go into detail about what her special talent is. I think they said like her special talent was that what her cutie mark represents is basically crafting things.
I can't remember her cutie mark right now, but okay.
I
think she's my favorite. She is the cutest one.
Oh yeah. Actually, man. I mean, everybody looks adorable in my opinion, but
Yeah.
but the way Izzy like talked, and you could see from her body language and how energetic she is, she's giving me Pinkie Pie vibes.
Yeah.
And
Not so energetic, but
Yeah.
Pinkie.
Pinkie is definitely like way more like hyper energetic and really chaotic at times, but Izzy is kind of like a calmer version of that. Let's see. And then the next one, well, the only male character in this group, his name is Hitch Trailblazer.
Hitch. Okay.
And
Weird. I don't know. It's these names. It's like some kid just told those production guys, "Oh, Izzy, you know." I think it's like some kid just randomly picked the names.
yeah.
I don't know. I just got the vibes.
No, that's okay. I mean, I've seen people like say their own opinions about the names and everything, and of course everyone's allowed to have their own opinion, of course.
They are just weird. Not so strong names. I like Rainbow Dash. It's a strong name. I think.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, or Twilight Sparkle, for example.
It's a good name.
Yeah. And then the unicorn in the middle, her name is Pip Petals.
That's Pip. I just. It's so funny. Pip. Like, is it like a Pippin from the Lord of the Rings? And someone was thinking about that. And Pip. What was the guy from the Lord of the Rings? And Pip. Something Pip. Okay, let's take the Pip one. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
And but the pony is interesting. Have you seen those wings? They are different.
Yeah. That's
Like
that's one
angel
thing.
wings.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing definitely with the wings. Is that I think I have an image of her downloaded where her wings are like spread out. Yeah, they do kind of look like angel type of wings.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Why she isn't Angel? You know, she could be Angel. Her name. It's better than Pip. Pip. What? She looks like an angel. So.
Yeah.
Or is it she? I'm not sure, but she could be. He could be. I don't know what she is. He is. Because it would be very interesting if there would be more genders than she and he.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
And I was thinking about that when I was watching the pony, the Rainbow Dash copycat. What if third gender maybe? If Hasbro has the balls to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait. We'll just have to wait and see when the movie comes out, which is actually not that long anymore since it comes out on September 24th. So there's like around 3 weeks left until the movie comes out. And then
one more thing, because her name about that Pip. It's not so. You can't say if it's a boy or if it's a girl. You know, Pip. It's kind of weird name, but
yeah.
if they're thinking about that, the name doesn't tell who you are. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
My English all the time. I'm thinking about how I'm pronouncing it, how I'm saying it. This. Sorry about that. But maybe you got it. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get you.
It's not like it belongs to some gender, Pip. You know. But still, it's weird. Weird name.
Yeah, I get that. Let's see, and then the next one who is my favorite, Sunny Star Scout.
Good name. Good
Yeah.
name. Nothing about that name. It's not bothering me.
Yeah, I think it's a really good name.
Mm.
And then we have, I actually forgot the last name of this character, but her name, and it's actually kind of similar to Pip's. Her name is Zip.
There's easy Pip and Zip.
Yeah, Pip and Zip.
Pip and Zip. I just why? Why?
And
What's her? What's the last name? What's the last name?
let me see actually.
Just call it by that.
Oh.
Just call it by that name.
Oh
Last
yeah,
name.
that's what her name. That's what her last name was. Yeah, Zip Storm.
Storm. Okay, Storm. Much better. Much better.
Yeah.
Dip, lip. I just. Random thing about that dude over there.
Yeah.
What was his name? Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch.
Hitch. I kinda know the guy who's dubbing him in Finnish version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have talked to him. I'm following him in Instagram, and he's following me. He's a good guy.
Nice.
Tino Jansson, if you're interested, go follow him. Very interesting stuff. He's collecting toys and he likes cartoons.
That's nice.
Nice guy. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I actually checked out the Finnish trailer. The Finnish trailer. I think a day after the trailer came out, and I don't think the voice cast in Finnish for the Finnish dub. I don't think it's bad. I actually think it's good. It's just that.
I just hope there's no YouTubers, please. Just some other people, please.
Yeah, I see some movies.
Is there YouTuber?
No, I don't think so. But one thing, but I did want to mention about Pip, is what they said about her character, and there were actually some screenshots that were released on Equestria Daily. They apparently the details of her character are that she's I think they said that she's a social media influencer.
Who exactly?
Pip.
Do you know her? Oh, okay, Pip. Okay.
Yeah, and
in Finnish version or the English version or.
Oh no! I'm just saying like in the movie what yeah, what Pip's character basically is.
Okay. I was thinking about those voices. Okay.
And with Zip, I remember I remember this one. Yeah, with Zip, she likes to do chemistry.
Why are these names so similar? You know why? Dip, lip, you know.
They revealed in an article that Pip and Zip are sisters.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, I can understand now. I
Yeah.
understand everything. Oh.
And at the end of the day, with the names, like if you look at Generation 4 or Generation 3, then like even in the older generations, like, well, not Generation 1, but I think in Generation 2, not for sure because I haven't seen much of that, but definitely in Generation 3, you already had characters like Rainbow Dash, and
yeah, they are the original characters, you know.
Yeah,
it's a strong brand around those names.
Yeah, so it's like when you start a new generation, and then you bring in brand new characters who we still don't really know much about, and you hear the names for the first time. Maybe it's going to be a case for some people, not everyone, but some people, where it's like maybe with time, the names will probably grow on you.
I think they are trying to make these names and all this so modern. This bothers me because those names. Why didn't they? Why didn't they take something from the nature, like the storm? Why her or whatever he is, her name isn't like Stormy something or something like that. It would
Yeah.
be more epic like that.
Yeah, I get that.
Something from the nature, something from the space, something from somewhere, somewhere, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like those hippy chippy lippies. It's not just they're like, oh, I don't know what the word is. Or what do you think? What do you think?
I don't know, actually.
Because I was kind of disappointed when I heard their real names, because I was looking forward that they would be something that I would remember. Now I just forgotten. I forgot them already. They're not like Twilight Sparkle, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's and I don't know. It's just so epic. Epic name.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully when the movie comes out and maybe like time has passed and we're maybe like in October or like maybe like a few months after the movie has come out, maybe there'll be some people who will at that point have gotten used to the names. Me personally, I don't have that much of an issue with the names. But
did you say that Izzy's last name was Moonbow?
yeah.
Izzy's. You know what would be more exciting name?
Mm-hmm.
Something like Moon Blaster. You know.
Moon Blaster.
Moon
That
Blaster.
actually that does sound pretty cool, actually.
I think it's more cooler than that. It's like Moon Blaster. You know, it's. Is there a band named like that? I don't know. But Moon Blaster. You know, I like that one better.
Yeah. Before we move on forward and look at some more pictures, there was a time before the article even came out, before anything regarding to Generation 5 came out, with the screen caps and the article where it said that it was going to be on Netflix, there were a lot of people, including me, who thought that they were actually going to go with a reboot type of thing, where all the main six would be like, they would still be the same, but there were like some concept art that some people did where you could still recognize them, but they still looked, but the designs with them still looked like kind of different compared to Generation 4, because they in the art you see Rainbow Dash, who is still a Pegasus, and then you see Pinky, who is a Pegasus, and then Rarity, of course, like still a unicorn, and then Twilight, who would have been an Earth Pony, and Applejack.
Did you know that it's the original characters? It's like Pinkie Pie really is a Pegasus in the original story. In Generation 1, Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
And Twilight, it's those ponies are in the story, you know.
Right.
They are different. Yes.
Yeah, and then last but not least, you have Fluttershy, who is a unicorn. And when I saw this, I actually thought that this would have been actually pretty cool to see. If not official, then it would have been cool to at least see like a fan animation of that, and seeing how that would look like with different characters who are different, with some of the characters being different pony types. And I thought for a while that this was actually what we would be getting, but then then the article came out where it said it was going to be released on Netflix, and we had that first released image of Sunny, and then the story was completely different. I did not expect to see that type of story to be that kind of story to happen, but at the end of the day, I'm still very excited. I'm still very excited for the movie because we've gone like a lot of months since Generation 4 finished. We basically like waited for months and months for any official pony stuff.
I think it's good that we're not coming. They are not coming back with the same characters. It's not so interesting anymore for me. I think it was a good story, good characters, and it's time to move on.
Exactly, and that's definitely what this new generation and new characters is basically showing that we can't just always stay with like one thing, and then it's like you gotta move on at some point, and even like I for one wished that Generation 4 didn't end, but at the same time the way it ended was perfect in my opinion, and it was a good send off, and I think that it's better that they actually did end it, because if they just had it end like that and then just say, hey, we're going to be coming out with a new season, then that season 9 finale wouldn't have had as much of an impact because before it came out like we found out that, oh wait, it's going to be the final season, and then when it did release, and then that emotional last episode, that definitely hit hard for a lot of people. So
yeah, but it's kind of interesting to know that did you know that so many bronies stopped watching couple of seasons ago before the final ending? They never saw it, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna watch the last 10 minutes of it right now. They never saw like last 2 seasons or something.
Yeah, I did see some people say that they stopped watching after like season 5 or after season 6 and just stopped watching completely. I even saw some people who stopped watching the show completely, who like left the whole fandom completely even after the show ended, which is like that's I mean that's understandable. Like if you if you feel like you want to move on to other things and don't feel like being in the fandom anymore, then hey, do what you want to do.
My honest opinion is like the Generation 4 goes on too long. I think it's a bit too long series. I think I'm the person who was thinking like the last 2 seasons were like, is it going to end soon? I'm sorry, but that's my honest opinion. I was waiting for the end because I was afraid that they are going to ruin the whole thing, and the sparkle around the series was dying. I was worried that they have nothing new, and there's those new characters, like they were what was the school thing? I can't remember. There's new characters and they're not so interesting, and they should have ended sooner. I think it's my opinion. The ending was good, but it should have been shorter series.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not so many seasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, We have some more images to look at. Finally found an article from Equestria Daily where they had some more screen caps. There was also an article over there about I think a book or something that includes like some screenshots that were considered like massive spoilers. So just for our sake and just for the sake of the others watching the stream, we're not gonna look at those pictures because we don't want to see too much. So let me pull up one of the images that I just found. Okay, yeah, this was the screenshot that I wanted to talk about. This one. Whoops. Okay, let me tone that. Let me lower the size of that a little bit. Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Who is she?
This
or he or something.
This is, I think, some people are saying this is the villain of the movie, because like after watching the trailer, even I realized that wait, we didn't really get any hints as to like who the villain is. So some people were
Is this the queen or something?
I think that she's like the queen of something, because you can even see the royal guards behind her, and not much has been really given out of her character, but she's the queen of something.
Okay.
But I don't know. From the way she kind of behaved in the trailer, like at the end of the trailer, it's hard for me to kind of think if she's a villain or not, or maybe they're just keeping the villain under wraps and keeping that as a surprise. Maybe it's a villain we've seen before, or maybe it's a brand new villain. But I don't know if it would.
If this character is the villain, I think she looks so basic right here. But I hope when she opens her wings, they are big, or something big is coming from her, because
Right.
she looks like forgettable in this picture.
Yeah.
If she is the villain, we don't know.
Yeah.
If she is.
That's the thing. We don't know much. Like even after watching the trailer, we don't really know that much. Only thing we know is that all three pony types live separately, and these five main characters are gonna go on an adventure to basically fix things and basically spread the same message around like the main six did. I hope that hoping that there would be a moment in this movie or a scene where they all kind of like have a group conversation together, and where they talk about like all pony types should not live separately. Like we may be different species, but we're all still ponies and everything. I hope that they will have an emotional scene like that. I really hope so. Not just the entire movie be like, comedy and all of that, because Generation 4 definitely did have a lot of emotional moments. So I hope that they do the same with this one. I really hope so.
So they are living in the modern world. You can see breaking news. There's the camera, and when I'm thinking about the Generation 4, they didn't have those things like TV, old cameras. They got them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is so much newer thing happening here. Maybe they got smartphones. Smartphones, etc. I hate it. I hate these things. Oh, I hate it. If they are taking selfies, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. You know, if there's a Snapchat, pony snap or something,
Yeah, a lot of
I think it will be there.
a lot of movies do that where they just kind of they really tend to shoehorn in a lot of the Snapchat and all of that stuff, which is like it's kind of been it's really been overdone at this point.
Overdone, yes. It's nothing new. It's maybe it's funny to some people because all these movies, Smurfs, etc. They are bringing those classic characters in the modern world, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, look at them, so funny, hehe. But I've seen it already. You
Right.
know, nobody has the guts to do these things like it's a fantasy world. Just basic things.
Yeah.
We haven't seen those things in a very long time. You know. Which movie did it? If I'm, which kind of new movie did it? I can't remember.
I can't really think of I can't really think of one right now.
I haven't seen those Murphs movies, but did you know that one of them was like they were living in the woods, and it was kind of like the original. One of those Smurfs movie was like that. It was the fantasy movie, but it wasn't. It wasn't the first one because Sony was involved, and it had to be the fucking shit. Like they were in the New York, and they're yay! This is so hippie hip hop here.
Yeah. I do kind of hate that they do that with some characters where they take a franchise, or they take a character of that certain franchise that people really know, and a lot of people like, and then they decide to make a movie about it, and then you see that you see the announcement first of, hey, there's a movie about this character coming out, and then you read the details about it, and then it's like, okay. But then when you actually see the trailer, it's basically, hey, we know that this character has their own world that we could set the movie in, but let's instead take that character and put them in New York City or something.
I hate the fucking thing. Always New York. Always New York. There's nowhere else to go. All movies have to be in New York. It's so boring. It's so boring right now.
Yeah, with the Sonic movie, for example, I didn't really have that much of an issue with when they put him in the human world. I didn't have much of a problem with that because
Where was it? I haven't seen it.
it definitely wasn't. It definitely didn't start in New York, but basically they were like
Nice.
they were like
10 points.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't have much of an issue with that because we've already had some Sonic games where they have him interact with humans, and there was that one Sonic series, Sonic X, where all of his friends were transported to the human world. So seeing Sonic in this movie interact with humans in their world, it didn't bother me that much.
It's like the different story because is it like in that movie? I haven't seen it. Sonic is a character from the game. Is it like that? Do they know the Sonic character?
No.
Those people. Okay. It's not the game. Oh, okay. Then forget what I said. But it's not so annoying because about the Smurfs. One more thing.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid to bring those characters to our world because there's the wizard what is his name? I don't know. It's the wizard, and he's human. There's no need to bring those characters to our world. It's not. It's stupid. I think the second movie, or is it the third? It was a good idea. I haven't seen it, but I actually want to see it because it's the classic Smurfs. There's the wizard, the cat, and they are living in that mushroom town, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's the point of the whole thing. No New York and hippie hey, and I hate to think that in that movie, a New York movie,
Yeah.
the story is too much about those people who are interacting with the Smurfs. It's stupid. Nobody cares about those people. They're going to see a movie about the Smurfs. Smurfs fans are there. They don't care about those people. I know it because if I'm going to watch My Little Pony movie and then suddenly those ponies are coming to our world, I don't fucking care about people who are in our world. They
Yeah.
have to be side characters, not the
Exactly.
main characters of the movie.
Yeah, that's one of the most frustrating things that they can do with the franchise is that they take the character whose name is in the title of the movie, and you would think that you're watching the movie that, oh, okay, this character is most likely, of course, the main character, but then they push that character aside, and then they bring in human characters, and they focus too much during the movie on the humans instead of the character that we're actually interested in.
Yeah, they are taking too much screen time with them.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, usually it goes like these loved characters like ponies or Smurfs are coming and helping some people, but
Yeah.
it's not working like that. We still don't care. You're giving them a screen time, but still, we don't care about those humans. So just do it like humans should be helping our loved characters like Smurfs or ponies.
Yeah, exactly.
Humans are side characters, not the main characters.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh yeah. Let me see what the next screenshot is. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna
Yeah.
instead of just selecting one at a time, I'm gonna put multiple pictures on
Okay.
this on the screen. So I'm gonna put that and
Oh, so cute. I like the unicorn, whatever her name was.
Izzy.
Izzy, Zippy. I think she's Zippy now. Izzy, I have to remember. I hope they make some good toys around her.
Oh yeah. I really hope they'll make some plushies as well.
Oh, yeah. But we know that official plushies are never so good.
That is very true.
Fans make is so much better.
They really are.
I have 2 plushies that are kind of official. I can't remember which company was making them, but they are official Hasbro products. I can't remember. I got Twilight. It's very cute. I think if I show you the picture, you know the plushie. I have
Right.
to find it.
So wait, hold on. I'm just gonna take a bit of water real quick, cause I'm just
Yeah.
keeping myself hydrated.
Okay.
All right. So now the 3 screenshots on the screen. We have, of course, the first one, which is I'm guessing right after Izzy arrives to Maritime Bay, and they're just like having a normal conversation when all of the other ponies are just hiding hiding in the alleyways because oh no, unicorn. And
I sent you the link. If
Okay.
you can check it out.
okay, hold on. Let me.
This plushie. I thought it was official.
Mhm.
I'm not sure, but somebody told me that this is official product, and I got it.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, it's very, very cute.
Oh, I like the wings too.
Can you show it here because they have no idea what are we talking about?
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me actually. Yeah, no, hold on. I could just do window capture. Let me just choose that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hide the images for a quick second. Where was window capture? There it is. Okay, and then do that.
If somebody knows if this is a official thing, because somebody told me that this is official Hasbro plushie, but this was sold in somewhere other. Oh yeah, wings. I don't have wings. Oh yeah, they're magnetic wings
Oh,
over there because my Twilight doesn't have wings. Yeah, you can purchase the magnet wings.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, but this is really cute. Really cute. I like the body, those legs.
Yes, they're really cute. Let's also look at a side-by-side picture. There we go.
Yeah, without the wings, I got it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that. I've been meaning to get a Twilight plush into a new Twilight plushie for the longest time, but is it even though the only problem is that even though there's like shopping malls next to where I live, sometimes I've gone there and I haven't really seen much of anything MLP related, which is sad. But then at the end of the day, I mean, you can always just go, look there's a ton of talented people out there who make plushies, and you could just go check those people out. Like this one creator who I do follow. I'm trying to remember what their name was without looking it up, but I think I may have to. Let me see. I think it was. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the creator's name is Me Plush You, and the plushies that they they have on their website, and they even post progress picture, like work in progress pictures and everything, and like they all look super fucking good. Like you can just see from the pictures alone that a lot of work and effort has gone into them. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself a plushie, go check them out. Really good, really amazing plushies.
Yeah, fan made. They are doing it, so it's quality stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't understand why Hasbro isn't doing it right. It's their product, so why aren't you're just those look crappy when I see the official ones. Not that one, if that's official, but you know the ones which we see in those toy stores.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Sorry. Okay. Now we can go back to the screenshots, and so yeah, the first screenshot at the top, which is of course Sunny and Izzy talking to each other, which is of course like immediately after she arrives to Maritime Bay, and you can see in the background there's parody posters of well-known movies. You can see one that's called Horns, which is a reference to Jaws.
It's funny.
Yeah, I like when they do stuff
Oh
like
my
this.
god, is that Harry Potter? Now I just saw it. Oh my god.
It is.
Funny. That's funny. Oh my god. That's funny. Oh.
Yeah, I like when they do.
I love stuff like this.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. And then
About I have to say, because I forget if I'm not saying it. Some people who love the older generations, I'm talking about those people who are older than us and they adore the original My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I was talking with them, and so many of them are saying that these ponies are looking more and more weirder than usual. They can't, some of them can't understand the nose area. They said it's so weird that they are making these, what is it, nose, muzzle.
Muzzle, yeah.
It's muzzle. The muzzle is getting tinier and tinier, and if I'm looking this picture, I see it's like human head, like anime head. You know, there's the cheek and the jawline, and then there's this little muscle. You know, I can't say it right, but you know what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
I understand, because if I look at these ponies, they're like little pigs and little mice and little kitties, and so not so pony-like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are cute, but they are not so pony-like.
Yeah.
Big eyes.
That's fair. That's understandable. Like if you look, for example, look at some of the images. Like if you browse around Cressura Daily, go look at the older posts. You can see, like, for some of the images that they released, like some of it always depends on the angle of what the character's head of. In which direction the character's head is facing, and it does kind of give off a uncanny vibe.
Some of the pictures what I've seen, screenshots, those heads are really weird. I'm not sure. These are fine, but some of the pictures, it's like when you pause it, the head is like floating, and it's like human head, because some of the background ponies were like eating and lifting the head, and it knows that nose muscle, whatever, it disappears, and it looks so stupid. I don't know what should I say about that, but it was weird. It's weird, but my opinion, it's like, okay, I understand why they are doing this, because big eyes, a little nose, like mouse ears or cat ears, what are those? And it's cute. It sells, so they have to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And speaking of the look of the characters, this is definitely if some people watching still don't know, which is don't worry, it's okay. But the look of the characters is heavily inspired by an artist called and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. The artist's name is Imalo Art. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm just gonna write it into the stream.
Can you show something about she, what?
Her.
Her.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the name in the stream chat.
I'm Imalo Art.
Yeah.
How do you know this? Where did they say this?
God, I can't talk. I saw them I saw them on Twitter when the screenshots of the movie were slowly like coming out, and there was one image with Sunny and Izzy, which was the first image which was, I think, no, the second screen cap where we found out that another main character, who is this, and then that's when she announced on Twitter that she was actually the creator of these two characters.
Really? Is she a brony, or who is she?
Yes, she. From what I remember, what she said, because I was actually on an at an online convention. It was like on Discord, and there was a panel that was hosted where she was interviewed by Silver Quill.
Yeah.
And who followed me?
Yay! Welcome.
Woody Wolf. Thank you for the follow. We're talking ponies, so sit back and enjoy. So when she was interviewed by Silver Quill, she mentioned that when she was at BronyCon, I can't remember which BronyCon it was. I think she said it was I can't remember, actually. I think it may have been the last one.
So it goes like she got the job, the Hasbro notices her, and something like that.
Yeah, they pretty much saw and noticed the art that she did, because you guys
Can you show us her art or something?
Yeah,
you know?
I can pull up one image. Give me a second.
Okay,
okay. Okay, give me a second.
Because this is a new name. I haven't heard about her.
Yeah. While I'm searching for an image.
Yeah.
So they noticed fucking hell. They saw the art that she did, and then they contacted her and asked if she wanted to be a part of the new MLPG 5 movie, and then that's when these two new characters, Sunny and Izzy came from.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, hold on. I can actually. Yeah, this is a good image I can use. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna.
By the way, these ponies are having that, what was it called? The funny term, bronies used it, the one-side syndrome. What is it? Like, the cutie mark is only on the other side of the ass cheek.
Yeah, was that a thing with Generation 4? Did they all have it on, did they have their cutie marks on both sides?
Yeah, they were on the I can't speak. Both sides.
Yeah.
And I heard that it was an issue. I can't remember where did I heard it from, but making the toys was hard, because putting the cutie mark on the both sides, it was like a horrendous thing to do. So if you remember, those toys were like one-sided also. So now they are doing this, so the toys are correct this time.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. Time to pull up the screen share, and I'm gonna...
I can't remember if the cutie mark was on the both sides in the Generation 1. I can't remember right now.
I can't really remember either.
If you remember, tell us. Was it on the both sides in Generation 1?
In Generation 1? Let me check real quick.
Yeah, because now it bothers me. I can't remember.
Okay, I'm gonna... Maybe
Generation 1.
Okay,
I have to...
Okay, so far, just from looking up Generation 1, I can't really... There's no images that really tell me if it's on both sides.
I can't remember. I have those ponies, those toys, but
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's on both sides. Oh god, I can't remember. Oh my god!
Probably.
Maybe it's on the both sides. I don't know.
Yeah, probably most likely.
Yeah.
But this is the image. This is one image that I can show of her art, right here.
Where?
I think I. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, so cute. Is that Scoodle?
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
And you can definitely see like just from the eyes and the muzzle, you can definitely see that the look of the characters in the trailer is definitely in her style.
But I still like this image more than those 3D characters. This. Oh my god. I don't know what is it, but I like this art more than those.
I would actually be really interested in seeing a version of Generation 5. And well, I know they're not going to do no, they're not doing this because they already said what they already revealed what that the series itself is going to be in CG, but it would have been really awesome and interesting to see if Generation 5 was done in like a traditional type of animation. Would have been really cool to see.
I liked the MLP movie. What was it? The MLP movie.
The one that came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Ye-
Was it like a My Little Pony movie? What was it?
It
What was the?
I think it was just called My Little Pony the movie.
Yeah, there was no name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My Little Pony movie, the one with the Generation 4.
Yeah.
The style, how did they do it? It was nice, looking nice. I liked it.
Yeah, what I liked about it is that they managed to. You could see from some moments that it was definitely like more 2D, but the way the characters moved and everything, and then the perspective and everything, it was like it was also like very 3D, but they managed.
Yeah, it's
but
like
they
a hybrid.
Yeah, and they managed to make it work.
Disney used that thing back in the times when what's the name? Keisarin uudet kuviot.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, that movie. It includes 3D things in it. Yeah.
Right.
The
Now,
movement and cameras.
going back to the screenshots, we have a second screenshot of Sunny. This was something that they also showed with the with some of the images of the toys, and I can't remember what it was, but I think it was that she basically has her own. I think that's supposed to be a milkshake stand. I think that's what it is, at least.
Now, when I'm looking at her, Sunny, is that her name?
Yeah.
She has long legs, right there. When she is rollerblading, long legs. Or what do you think? I think that's kind of weird. I don't know. Just looking weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they are cuter when they have little legs. You know? Smaller. I want them smaller.
I mean,
Maybe it would be so funny, too funny all the time if they are so little, like chibi like.
I mean, at least their legs aren't the same length as Celestia, for example.
Yeah. It's I think everybody's gonna kill me if I say this. I don't know if I can say it, but maybe I'll say it.
Oh?
I'm not really a fan of Celestia's style of how they did it. She looks kind of weird. I don't know, the hair and the muscle and everything. It's weird. I'm not really a fan of it. It's okay, but I
Yeah.
don't like it so much. But I like Luna.
Yeah, I was about to say I like
better.
I like Luna a lot.
I like how she looks.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks she looks really cool.
Yeah,
Um
cute colors.
and then we have a third screenshot of Izzy showing off some crystals. Now in the trailer, they showed that in this forest area, this is where all the unicorns lived. I know they probably had a name for these locations. I'm gonna have to look around and see if I can find it. But but I think they had some. It was forest something, I can't remember. But what we do know is that Earth ponies live in Maritime Bay. Pegasi live in Zephyr Heights, and then unicorns live in this forest. That's pretty much what we know of like all species of all the locations where they live at. And since in the plot synopsis they said that the magic, like the that Equestria has lost its magic, they even say it in the trailer, or Izzy actually says it, that they used to have magic, but it all just disappeared.
They chose interesting color palettes. These ponies. They're similar to each other. I don't know. It's interesting. They're not so. How can I put this? I think it's not so strong colors, but they are like yellow, orange, and I don't know. This is different. Different, and they are like trying to do something interesting after Generation 4, and after seeing those colors, there's no that purple and that blue and that white and that whatever they were.
Yeah.
Main 6. But still, it's weird. This Sunny character's color palette. I'm not sure. It's weird that she is the main character and they chose these colors. I don't know. It's weird. She doesn't look main character to me.
Right.
I don't know. It's just my opinion. It's not so memorable. Those, and purple, very interesting. Purple, it's not so, but purple is the color for luova.
Oh, creative.
Creative, yes, thank you. Creative people with deep thoughts and magical stuff. If we are talking about wizards and those stuff, I think of purple. Many people do.
Right.
Purple, it's the color. Yeah.
Let's see. We have a couple more screen caps left. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna choose that one. All right. Oh, gonna have to resize that a little bit. There we go.
Here it is. Smartphones. Yeah. Taking selfies or something. FaceTiming. Yeah. Okay. They are doing it. Yes. Yes. Nice. And this is not the Sony movie, It's the pony movie.
Yes, exactly.
Just the ponies. Okay.
And
her name should be Angel, and the other one should be Moonblaster. I can't remember their names. What was this fellow? The Angel one.
Oh, do you
Angel
mean?
Wings.
Oh, you mean the? Pip.
Pip. Oh my god. Pipping it right. Okay.
Okay.
It's pipping time. Yay.
Here we go. All right. So, first image on the top. We saw this during in the trailer, which is, I'm gonna say it, the introduction of Zip Storm, who is the sister to Pip Petals. Not sure if it's I'm guessing it's I'm guessing from, I mean, just the voice alone. I'm gonna guess that Zip is the big sister and Pip is the little sister.
Okay, Zip was that Rainbow Dash
Yeah.
dude.
And
Okay.
and from her and what I said earlier from her character of her character, they said that she does chemistry, which I'm
With whom?
not a maybe, I have no clue. Probably she likes, probably just doing it, maybe doing it by herself. But
Okay.
I'm assuming there's gonna be some shenanigans or something. I'm calling it something.
Okay. Okay.
And then we have, on the second screenshot, we have Hitch, who is next to these bunny looking creatures.
Cool that they brought a male character here. It's something different.
Mhm.
I think bronies were waiting something like this.
Yeah, it's
There's a boy! Yay!
yeah, it is. It is actually really cool to see that there is now like a male character who is now like the not just like a side character or a background character, but actually like a part of the story, just the main character.
I'm so happy there is no Spike. I'm sorry, but I'm so happy there is no Spike. I don't miss him. I don't miss him. We don't need it anymore. Just let him be somewhere else. Don't bring him back.
And remember, people, since I'm gonna be uploading this onto YouTube, and probably some people will be watching this well, when the stream finishes, and then people are able to watch it when it's archived. Just remember this, people. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions about things. So
Yeah,
please.
Everyone are having our own opinions. So I'm sorry, but when I was a kid, I was a little girl back then, and I just couldn't stand Spike. I've been watching My Little Pony from the Generation 1, and I didn't like him. I tried. Generation 1 Spike, it's
Yeah.
they don't need him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay-ish, but they don't need him.
There.
And the Spike from the Generation 4, you get the idea.
Yeah, there were times with Spike in some of the moments in Generation 4. There were some times where it was just like, this is kind of unbearable, but yeah, we don't like.
They're like filler episodes where Spike is the main character. It's just a filler. It's not important.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got a very cute plushie, a Spike plushie.
Oh.
Still, I don't like him, but I got the plushie. It's cute. It's cute, but I don't like him. It's weird. I had to buy it because it was looking so fluffy I can't show it to you, but you can imagine it.
You're basically looking at the plushie and then you go, "You're cute, but I still don't
You're
like
cute.
you."
Yeah, I don't like you, but you're cute. I'm taking you with me. Oh, I'm
And
trying to find it.
all right. And then of course with the third screenshot, we now have smartphones. And this is what I meant with Pip being a social media type of person, because this is just a random pony just watching her through the phone. And
Yeah.
so there's probably going to be some shenanigans with that as well, maybe showing what she does, or are they're probably gonna show what social media app it is. Please don't let it be a pony version of TikTok.
Oh God.
Please no.
No.
Just come up with a random app with an app name, but of course at the same time, knowing that some movies do put applications in it and everything, they are probably.
We don't have to remind our kids about the social media.
Yeah.
They already know. They have addictions.
Yeah, but the only reason they just do it is because the only reason that they just do it in movies is just so they can relate
to it.
Yeah, just so that they can
Relate to it.
pander to the younger audience.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, with an animated movie, you don't need to have things that are considered hip or anything just so the kids can relate to it. There's a lot of animated movies out there that don't have anything like that, and kids can.
Is there a character which and his or her name is hip? Don't say there's somebody with that name.
No.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm gonna die if there's a hip named character.
No, I hope there isn't, because I mean
suddenly there appears two twins and they're a hip and hop and hip hop and they're rapping together. Oh my God! Can you imagine it?
I don't really want to imagine it, but I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh my God! I'm gonna die if that happens. Hip hop. They'll come to rap for you.
Oh
my
no.
God. Don't.
I just hope that it's gonna be just a. I mean, from the trailer, you can already tell that it's gonna be an adventure filled episode and everything, where they go to a bunch of different locations like Zephyr Heights or the forest where the unicorns live, and about the villain, we still don't know anything about the villain. We don't even know if the queen-looking character is gonna be the villain. Maybe they'll bring a character that we already know, like a villain character. Maybe they'll do that, or we'll just have to wait and see what they do.
Yeah. One moment, I have to check out my dog because she's anxious about something. I'll be back. You can continue.
All right, no problem. And yeah, everyone. That's pretty much everything. Well, not everything, but because I'm certain that there's still a lot of screenshots out there, but I would have to browse through the entirety of Equestria Daily so I can find these screenshots. But that's pretty much it when it comes to showing off the new characters. So Pip, Zip, Sunny, Izzy, and Hitch. And then of course a couple of background side characters, I believe, and background characters. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with this movie, especially with the plot. I hope they give some kind of explanation as to why everything went south the way they did, with all three pony species living separately separately in different locations. I hope they give an explanation to that, because it would be kind of weird for them to just ignore that, or just like let it slide and not and just have us be like, oh, like they're not gonna expect us to give them an answer. No, please do give us an answer, because I want to genuinely know, because season 9 like ended, and there was like harmony all across Equestria. The main 6 managed to do this, and now everything's gone sideways, and now it's up to these 5 characters, or like, well, Sunny, who knows that there's still hope, and then we have the rest of these characters setting out and basically, I guess, well, spreading the message again that hey, these characters did this and this. We shouldn't just ignore all of that just because they're gone. Maybe that's something that they will touch upon. Maybe all went sideways because the main 6 are gone, and there's no one really to like keep friendship and harmony anymore. Which, now I think about it, Twilight I think is aren't alicorns able to live forever? Is that am I just remembering this wrong? I don't know. Someone let me know. But because, of course, at the ending of season 9, we all saw that the rest, and that Dash, Pinky, AJ, Rarity, Flutters, Pinky, their eyes they had like bags under their eyes, which is like, yeah, age is getting to them. So of course, around like when the movie comes out, obviously they're not going to be there anymore. They're gone. But is Twilight still going to be there? Though I didn't hear anything about Tara Strong being involved with this, so I don't think Twilight will be involved with this, because I just don't know if because I know someone's probably said it before, but I'm not sure if alicorns can live, if they can live forever. I think, but then again, I think they do, because even when Twilight's friends got older and older, she still kind of she went through a big change, but she didn't really have any signs of getting old or anything. So it's going to be interesting to see that.
I'm back. What did I miss?
I basically talked about tried to come up with an explanation as to why everything went why all ponies decided to forget about friendship and all of that, and then went, hey, we're all gonna live separately now. My assumption to that, and I'm not sure if this is going to be the case, but I hope they do explain this in the movie. But I think that the reason why everyone has forgotten all about this is that I'm thinking is because the main 6 are gone, and then there's no one really there to like, I guess, to remind everyone about like, hey, we should rather be doing this instead of just doing it like that. So now with them gone, there's no one really there to.
But what about Twilight? Isn't she immortal?
That's what I was also talking about.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think that can alicorns live forever?
Yeah, I think so. But
Yeah.
I'm not a storyteller here, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember someone, or not someone, but I do remember there's like some talk about alicorns being immortal. So I tried to think that if Twilight would appear in this movie, but at the same time, at the same time, there hasn't been any talks about Tara Strong being involved with this movie. But
Or maybe they killed her. Somebody killed her. Oh my god.
now this movie got dark.
Yeah, if that's the case, it explains why they are separating all the ponies. You know, Twilight is dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, okay, because if Twilight was, because that's actually a good point. Because if Twilight was still there, she wouldn't let all ponies just go on their own separate ways and just forget all about like friendship and everything. Because she would immediately just do something about it instead of just like letting it happen. So I really hope that they give some explanation as to what happened. I mean, it's obvious about what happened to the other characters like Dash, AJ, and Pinky, Rarity, and Fluttershy, because of course at the season finale, you could see from the characters that they had bags under their eyes, which of course meant that told you that, hey, they're getting older. So
Granny Smith was dead.
Yeah, that hurt me.
Dark.
Yeah, that hurt me a lot. So.
But can you believe that Apple Dash is real? It's real.
Yes, that was the biggest that was the biggest highlight for me when I saw that. It was like I was shipping these characters when I joined the fandom, and that was like to actually see it happen.
They are both so strong. They fit each other.
They do.
They are strong together. Yeah.
Exactly. So definitely like when in G5 like they're all gone. But then what about Twilight then? That's one thing that I'm curious about. I hope they give an explanation about Twilight at least. And
Spike murdered her.
Oh.
It was Spike all along.
Spike, you.
It's his fault.
Spike,
his
you
fault.
bastard.
Yeah. Everybody just think about this. Nobody likes Spike, so they can do whatever with this character.
Mm-hmm.
He's the bad guy. Make him the bad guy.
That would be a very big plot twist.
He's a dragon, and maybe the dragon part of his mind takes over, and then he's becoming like this vicious beast,
Right.
Aren't the dragons like kind of, bad or something like that? Aren't they like little villains or something? I don't know. But if I'm thinking about the storylines,
right,
then what can you remember about those other dragons? I can't remember the episode. There was some girl dragon there, their queen, a blue one. I can't remember her name.
I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but first, I'm gonna go use I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna. We will be right back, guys. I'm gonna put the be right back screen, and we'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
All right, everyone, we are back, and I actually started thinking about something. So,
Yeah. What?
um, how did you watch? Did you by any chance watch season 8?
Season 8. Yeah, I have watched the whole thing. I've watched the whole thing. So what
Oh, okay.
happens in season 8?
Well,
I've seen them all. I've seen them all, but I can't remember.
that's
I can't
okay.
remember.
That's okay. Nothing like too major or anything, but hold on, give me a sec. I'm just gonna. One thing that I was thinking about is how in season 8, one of my favorite parts of season 8, well, actually my favorite episode was the one about the Kirans.
Kirans?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of what I mean on Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
But basically, when I saw that episode for the first time and when they introduced us to these species, I for one actually hoped that they would bring them back for God damn it, for a return. I can't talk. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope that they would bring them back for like more future episodes, but sadly that wasn't the case. So there's a part of me that's hoping. I'm gonna send the image.
Yep. Oh, these guys. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that in the movie, or if not in the movie, then maybe in the series, because this is a possibility for them to do. Why not bring like some species back that we saw that we only saw for like a little bit in Generation 4, and give them and bring them back for the, well, if not in the movie, then in the show, because when they introduced the Kirans, I became a big fan of it, like a really big fan, and I was kind of bummed that we didn't really see much of them anymore, except in the final episode of season 9 with that final.
Was this guys in just one episode? Because I'm sorry, I can't remember these. What they were doing. I remember this fellow who you just sent me.
Yeah.
What is her name?
Her name. Her name is Autumn Blaze.
Yeah. I remember her, but I can't remember what they were doing in those episodes or episode.
Well, sadly, it was only one episode, so I'm hoping that they show more of them in, if not the movie, then just the show. Because I mean, maybe I think it's better for them to actually do it in the show itself, because you could show more of those species again, and it's like, oh, we only saw like a little bit of them in Generation 4, but oh wait, what's that? They brought them back in the Generation 5 series. So I think that would actually be pretty cool for them to do.
What they can do? What's their magic or something?
So basically, in the episode, the plot for it was that, well, I'm trying to remember the name of the episode. Yeah, the episode's name was Sounds of Silence, or Sign of Silence, but basically what that meant was, when they arrived to the village of the Kirin, they didn't talk whatsoever. They only gave, like, they could either just like nod, or just show, or just like do hoof gestures or something like that. That's all they did. But Autumn was the only one who didn't didn't stay quiet. She was talking and talking and talking. I love her. and and so the reason behind the silence was because in the song A Kirin Tale, they show how they used to always, like, they used to talk with each other a lot and crack jokes and everything, talk about whatever, but then something happened, and then they start and like one Kirin like got mad at another, and then others got mad at each other, and then everyone got mad and said a lot of things, and then the leader of the village decided, you know what, that's enough. So they decided to walk into this river called well, I don't know if they had an actual, I can't remember if they had a name for it, but after they walked into the water, they didn't talk whatsoever, and I know there was another name for their form, because I do remember that they had like when they get mad, they have another form. I think it was called Nirik. Let me see if I can find an image of that, actually.
So you said this all happens in season 8?
Yeah, just that one episode.
Okay, because the season 8 and season 9, the last two.
Yeah.
Those seasons were the ones I didn't pay so much attention. I was just watching them like quickly, like something. I just wanted it to go to the end. I just wanted. I'm sorry about those seasons.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything. Last season, I remember the last 2 episodes. I can't say what was in there. Oh, that's cool. The picture you just sent me.
Yeah.
Cool pic.
So hey, Hasbro, I know you're not watching this, but, or maybe you are and you're just not telling me. But when the show does come along, bring some of those species back, because I know that a lot of people really liked seeing the Kirins, and I want to see more of them, definitely. Like, that was honestly one of my favorite episodes of season 8. And
I have to watch the episode again because this is interesting and I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a really good episode.
Yeah. Okay.
So what else was I supposed to mention? Oh yeah, you asked me about the dragons and about the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Her name was Ember.
Oh, Ember. Now I can remember Ember. Remember Ember. Yes. Wasn't she a bit meanie?
Yeah, at the beginning when she was introduced, she definitely was a little bit like a little bit mean, but then when that what was it, like that whole I know they called it something in the episode, but it's basically this thing that all the dragons participated in, where they had to make it to this mountain and then get this like staff looking thing, and Spike and Ember, they were actually like, well, they weren't working together immediately, but then further into the episode, they kind of she kind of starts to warm up to him, and then of course during the episode you have Twilight and Rarity in a friggin' log, just following him the entire time, just to make sure that he's safe. And
oh, now I remember. Yes.
Yeah, and then I can't remember much from the episode. I I didn't. It hasn't been long since I saw that episode because I'm currently on a rewatch binge, and I'm currently on season 7, I believe, or I think season 8. But then further into the episodes, whenever we got to see her again, she was definitely then like a lot more nicer, so to say, and she also became one of my favorite characters. Let me see.
I mean, I like her design better than Spike's.
Oh yeah.
If you're talking about dragons here.
Yeah.
And if I'm thinking about, and it's not about the nostalgia. I mean, the Generation 1 Spike. It's more cuter. I don't know. What is it? I'm not really a big fan of Spike's voice in Generation 4. I don't know what is it. I'm not really big fan of it.
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. But we have many opinions here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not judging everyone, so please don't judge me.
Yeah.
You have right to opinions.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people hate Rainbow Dash. I know a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
I like her. I think her design is the most memorable, and she's iconic.
Yes.
I like her.
Yeah, I've also seen some people in some Discord servers that I'm in. I've seen some people just every time there's like maybe some mention of Rainbow Dash, or maybe like oh, someone just decides to like watch one of the episodes or something. I sometimes see people like talking so much shit about her, and I'm just like, okay, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to start like an argument with that person of like, hey, you should like this character, because like, I mean, if they don't like the character, then okay, whatever. But
I don't know if she is the most hated one. I've heard so much shit about her. I think it's the one pony that some people are making the argument right away. If you say I like Rainbow Dash, they're like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know what's the issue there.
Yeah.
Maybe I do know why they're not liking her. She's a bit cocky, and you know.
Yeah, I was about to.
That.
I was actually about to say, yeah, I remember talking to one of my other friends, and we had a conversation about the which characters are our favorites, and I mentioned Rainbow Dash. Like the first time I actually like started watching Friendship is Magic, and this is a little story time for you guys. So back when I didn't live here in the capital city yet, well, I it's gonna be weird for me to pronounce this, but I used to live in a city called Yoensu, and you guys can actually translate that. It's literally, if you use straight translation, it's River's Mouth. But
Hey, River's Mouth.
Yeah, and one day, my aunt and her daughter came by to visit us, and she wanted to watch Friendship is Magic. So I put it on the television, and she was watching the first episode of season 1, and during this time, during that, when she was watching it, I was on my laptop and just doing my own things, and she wanted me to watch it with her. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, okay, I'll kind of watch it, because at the time I was like, no, the ponies, I don't want to watch this. And then as the episode went along, when Rainbow Dash popped up, she was the first one that caught my eye, because of the cocky attitude that she has, and I know like that's one reason why people don't really like her that much, is because of that. But but she just had like that really yeah, cocky, but she also had, but you could also see like she was confident in her own abilities. And
She's brave. She's
yeah.
loyal. She's a good person. Anyways, I like, and actually I like everything about her. Her voice, her design,
Yeah.
everything. I think okay, her attitude sometimes. I don't care. She's fun to watch. I think, like I said, she's one of the most memorable characters in the show.
Yeah. And another thing as well is that yeah, there were some times where I was watching like an episode of the older seasons, and the way sometimes Dash acted, it sometimes even made me go like, okay, you're doing a little bit too much. But then when you keep watching and you progress through each season, you can see, not just with her, but you can see what. Okay, well, let me just use her as an example. You could see from her that her attitude definitely did improve throughout the seasons. That it's not that much of like it doesn't give off much of a oh my god please fucking stop type of feeling. Like, she still has some of that cockiness with her, but she's definitely improved throughout the seasons as a character, and not just her, but pretty much all of the rest of the characters as well. Like one character who I definitely have to mention, who has had a lot of development, Fluttershy, because she was very, very fucking shy, and sorry to say this, but yeah, she was a doormat in the older seasons. But then as with the seasons as they progressed, you started to see that she became more assertive and stood her own ground, and yeah, I think if I had to choose like which character development of the main six is my favorite, I would honestly have to say as much as I like Rainbow Dash a lot, like, even though she's my favorite, I have to say my
Now you said it. Now you said it.
yeah,
You said it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I said it, but I'm sorry.
Beware. They are coming. They are coming.
Rainbow Dash sucks. How dare you?
Her favorite is Rainbow Dash. Did you hear?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Comment
your favorite pony.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you don't comment on here, then you can just comment it on YouTube.
Who's your favorite?
Yeah. And well, my favorite obviously RD, but my favorite character development wise, I would have to say Fluttershy, because I just loved seeing like how far she's come from just being a doormat to just being assertive and not just being like super shy anymore, which I definitely know that it's gonna be inspiring to a lot of people who do suffer from the same thing of maybe having like too much social anxiety or whatnot, and then they can look at Fluttershy and be like, well, hey, if she could do it, I can do this. I can do it as well. So I think that's really cool. But at the end of the day, the rainbow-haired horse will be my favorite.
Yeah, and one thing I have to mention about these people who are always arguing about these things, like who's the worst pony. I'm not in the mood that I want to talk about it so deeply, but I just say Applejack is I don't want to talk about Applejack. I know
What?
she has a lot of fans, and other people are like, "Ooh, Applejack, it's the side character," and blah 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 blah.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt you, but hold on. I just have to read this real quick. Hold on. Was it?
Yeah.
What is it about MLP that you find so interesting to make part of your life about? Look, it's very simple. It's just something that. It's
Where
just
did
something.
you read
it's-
that?
This was on the stream actually. Someone said this, but
okay.
but what I wanted to say. So like. It's just because it's just because I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Of course, I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to imply that. Oh yes, I have to have MLP everywhere I go. Oh God, I have to have it wherever I go. No, it's just, especially the fandom. It's just a place where I feel most comfortable at, like. Like you could ask that same question to like a lot of people who talk about like Star Wars for example, or Transformers, or literally any other franchise. I just love talking about it.
We have different kind of interests. We have different hobbies. Some people are
Yeah.
so into sports, like they
Exactly.
are crying about if the ball goes to other direction and etc. Like
Yeah.
people are crying, you know.
Yeah.
I that's not my thing, and I have to say about this pony stuff. Back in the days I was big one big fan of this show. Nowadays ponies are, they're cute, they're nice, but I can't say I'm a brony anymore. But I'm involved with the stuff. I collect the stuff still, some of the stuff. Like if there's a really cute toy, I'm buying it, and not just because if it's a pony toy, because I'm collecting all the toys. I'm collecting Pokemon, I'm collecting Moomins, I'm collecting retro stuff, biker mice, turtles, everything. Ponies are just some of the things I like. I'm not the most biggest fan anymore, but I appreciate the show still. And back in the days, I was one of the most craziest one, can I say. I was the one who knew everything about it. I was the one who was watching it, talking about it, and etc. Now I have different stuff, and
Yeah.
so it goes. Some people like it more than others, and let them be. Let them be.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to also mention as well is that if you see someone talking about MLP, for example, and you look at that and go, what the hell is this? Why is this person talking about this and everything? It's very simple. If you don't like it, if it's not your thing, then just don't watch it. If the other person clearly likes to talk about it and loves it a lot, then just like Edo said, just let them be.
Yeah, it's their thing.
Yeah.
Everyone has their things, and some people don't get it. Some people get it. I get it. For example, I have many furry friends. You know, furry. Am I saying it right? Furry.
Yeah.
Furry friends. I'm not a furry, but I can appreciate the art. I can appreciate those drawings, those things. They are making those costumes. I think it's very cool that they can do it by themselves, and they are creative, and they're not taking themselves too seriously. They're having fun. I've met them, and I think they're fun people.
Yeah.
I like them, and they are normal people.
Yeah.
Believe me, they are not those people that some people say, oh, they're so weird. They
Yeah.
are fun people. Fun people. I collect Pokemon cards and toys, and I was born in the 90s. You can count how old I am. I'm fucking old. Too old to do these things. But yay, I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't care about other people's opinions about my hobbies. I'm not a teenager. I don't have to be in some group or school where I have to make some I have to be the star of the school or something else. I can be myself. I'm an adult. I'm having fun my own way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, let me see how long we've been streaming for, because nowadays I tend to do streams for like 2 hours.
It's over 2 hours.
Oh, good lord, yeah, it is. It is 2 hours, but
Jesus.
hey, we managed to talk a lot about the movie and some random things, but mostly about the movie as well.
Yeah, sorry about my English. I haven't been speaking English in a very long time. I'm always writing English when I'm online, so my pronouncing is a bit rusty. And yeah, I know I'm Finnish. I'm like very well, thank you. And this is like my speaking is sometimes like that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay.
But if you understand me, it's the main point here.
Yeah. And yeah, we pretty much covered the story and most of the screen caps. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more coming out before the movie releases, and yeah, we checked out the trailer and talked about the characters. And whatnot, and what most likely what we would like the movie to do, and what we'd like the movie to not do.
One thing I didn't mention was about the hair movement. It's ridiculously good. It's ridiculously good in this movie. Did you see the one hair by hair? It's moving, the shine, everything, and the fur of these ponies. That's interesting. They're fluffy, like if you watch closely.
Yeah, they really are.
But we'll see more later.
Yeah, and plus in general, like even though if there'll be some people who obviously there'll be some people who won't like the movie or whatnot, and that's completely okay. But I do have to again mention that the movie visually looks really fucking good. The animation is good, and the detailing with especially the main
Faces are quite good.
Yeah.
The emotions are coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just pretty much just like it just looks visually beautiful is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But
we'll see soon.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in a not here on Twitch, but we'll see you guys on September 24th when the movie releases. I will try and do a movie review of it, but if I do, I'll have the first few minutes be spoiler free, and then the rest of it I'm just gonna have it be full on spoilers and whatnot. And just to say in advance, the review is most likely going to be all over the place. So yeah, but stay tuned for that. I will make a review of the movie once I've seen it, of course.
This was fun. We have to do this other time.
Yeah, definitely.
We could replay.
We could also, I mean, hell, we could also talk about the show as well, and the details about that when those start coming out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I have a feeling that I don't know, we'll most likely get some details of the show close to the end of this year. If not then next year. I'm gonna guess that we'll get some information, or maybe even a trailer, and maybe episodes of the show next year. I'm guessing.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, no problem.
I had fun. Yeah.
And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. We'll be I don't know what we'll be doing. Well, I mean, I think we'll be just playing some GTA 5 and just doing some whatever stuff in there. So, I'll see you guys then. I was originally planning on streaming. Oh well, fucking hell. I know my stream schedule says that the stream was supposed to be on Friday, but me and Edo already agreed that we were gonna do this on Sunday. So yeah, Sunday stream. But next week Tuesday, I'll see you guys then, and then I'll see you guys on Friday.
Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, goodbye.